Okay friends, good morning. Welcome to Chandu Biology Classes. Okay, I hope all of you enjoyed the Dasara holidays. Okay, hope you had the best of the time and hope you dedicated time for your studies also. But now you have to buckle up. It's time to grind and hustle and start preparing for your exam with more intensity. Because like you know, TS set notification is also released and K set is in almost a month, not even a month. And TS set you are having in December 2nd week tentatively. And when it comes to CSIR NET, we have already done a detailed discussion on when the exam will be there, all these things, that is December 18. So, you are hardly having how many days? Around 70 to 75 days, excluding Sundays, we are doing 60 days challenge. Okay, 60 days challenge for CSIR NET Part A and also set paper 1 for TG set, and specifically we will be focusing on K set also for you people. Okay, whatever important topics are there, that will be done in the class. After the class, you can ask the doubts whichever you have. Okay, so let us start. When it comes to CSIR NET Part A, okay, so the most important topics let us discuss, the most important topics that are there when it comes to CSIR NET Part A. Okay, let us see the comment section. Okay, good morning all of you. So please focus. I hope I am audible, just check once. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
I am there. Okay, fine. Good morning Manisha, good morning Lakshman. Okay, fine. So when it comes to CSIR NET Part A, I have divided it into two parts. Okay, one is quantitative aptitude and another one is logical reasoning. So when it comes to this one, what do we call the quantitative aptitude? Okay, so these are the topics that are important. Okay, like you know, there are 20 questions that will be given. Correct na? There will be 20 questions that will be given, out of which you have to attend how many? So out of 20 questions, you have to attend how many? 15 questions. 15 questions. So it is how many marks? 15 into 2. So 30 marks. So negative is 0.5 marks. That is 25% of 2 marks is 0.5 marks is negative. Okay, 0.5 marks is negative. So our aim is to what? Our aim is to attend 50 questions. Ideally, you have to attend all the 15 questions. Okay. But the thing is, it's not about attending, it's not about getting the answer. You have to get the answer in shortest possible time, so that you have the liberty to use the remaining time for part B and part C also, which is the most deciding factor. Part C will need lot of time because the questions are very analytical, correct na? So you have to save time here, and the idea is not to attend all the 15 questions. Okay, so looking at the difficulty of the question paper, whatever your strong areas, attend those questions, weak areas, leave those questions, and most importantly, out of 20 questions, leaving those 5 questions, that is also a skill. Okay, that is also a skill. Oh, okay, that will also be taught in the class. What are the questions that we have to leave? In the previous class, I mean the last week, we solved one last July paper. I told you what questions to leave and what questions to attend. What are the easy questions that are there? Such easy questions should be attended, because the competition is such a way that your competitor will be attending those easy questions. So if you leave out on those easy questions, you will be at a back seat. Okay, so such easy questions you have to attend, and moderate questions you should try to attend. Difficult questions, leave it. Okay, so our aim is to attend not 15 questions. Ideally, you have to attend 15 questions, but practically speaking, not all the topics you will be very much thorough. Correct na? So our target is to make you attend at least 10 to 12 questions, net questions. 10 to 12 questions. So this will fetch you 20 to 24 marks. 20 to 24 marks. This is the best case scenario. I am not telling 15 questions, because that is ideal case. Okay, ideal case I am not talking. 10 to 12 questions, that is 20 to 24 marks. This is the best case scenario. In worst case, you have to attend 7 to 8 questions. Okay, 7 to 8 questions. Definitely, if you are a general category students, cutoff will be high. You have to attend at least 10 to 12 questions net marks. Net marks means what? Gross minus deduction. So it should be 20 to 24. If you are having category or something, 7 to 8 or 8 to 10. Okay, so approximately the score should range between 16 to 24. This should be your ideal target. This is the sweet spot you have to target when it comes to part A. Okay, if you are a category students, okay, definitely there will be competition there also. So definitely you have to attend, you have to get at least 16, 15 plus marks. That is at least more than 50% of the marks. Correct na? So when it comes to here, you have to get how much? If you are a general or open category student, 24. Like you know, the cutoff is how much? Out of 200 for open category students, it is above 100. Correct na? That is 50% and above. So in each of the sections, if you try to score 50% and above, you are through. Correct na? But here you have to maximize your score, not just 50%. You have to get 22, 23, 24, 25 like that. Okay, when it comes to part A. But when it comes to those who are having reservations, okay, you can focus on attending 8 questions, minimum 8 questions. That is, I am telling worst case. Best case is 10 to 12 questions, no matter where you are. Okay, you have to attend it. Okay, so this is when it comes to our strategy to follow. Next, coming to the quantitative aptitude, the syllabus. What I am talking is the syllabus. First thing what we have is simplification. Why simplification I have kept it in the beginning? Because whatever topics you do after that, okay, half of the question will be concept based, remaining half will be you have to calculate or you have to simplify or you have to approximate. That is based on this skill. Okay, simplification you are getting directly one question. Definitely you will get one question, and indirectly it will be useful in all the other chapters. Okay, it will be useful in all the other chapters. That BODMAS rule that you have to follow while you have to get the answer of everything. Okay, suppose you apply time and work. We have solved the LCM method, but in the end if you have to calculate, you should know the proper simplification method so that you have to get the answer in shortest possible time and also accurately. Clear? So next thing what you have is number system. Number system, there are 3 questions that will come. Okay, because there are various topics when it comes to number system. Okay, which I will be doing it today. Okay, some of the topics I will be doing it today. Number system, there are at least 5 to 6 or even 7 topics that are there. From each of those topics, at least one question may come, or combined together you may get 3 questions. Okay, so the weightage is, highest weightage is number system. Highest weightage is number system. But the order which you have to study is simplification, then number system. When it comes to number system, how much marks? 6 marks, or you can take 4 to 6 marks. 4 to 6 marks when it comes to number system. Even in set exam, number system has the highest weightage. Number system has the highest weightage. Next, coming to ratio and proportion. Ratio and proportion, you may get one question, or even if you don't get the question, what will happen is it will be useful in other chapters. Like you have seen, we have solved time, speed, distance, which will be repeating again. Time, speed, distance we solved using what? Ratio method. Even time and work, we will use ratio method. Data interpretation, it requires ratio method, and also the knowledge of percentage. Okay, so ratio, proportion, profit and loss. Okay, percentage. See, ratio and proportion and percentage, what happens is that forms the backbone of the arithmetic. Simplification should be there. Along with that, ratio, proportion and percentage, it forms the backbone of the arithmetic. Why I am telling you? Because if you know ratio, proportion and percentage, profit and loss is nothing but the percentage itself. They will ask the question in different way, but it is based on percentage itself. I have not put simple interest, compound interest, because it is more calculatively intensive. But even if you get, you will be able to solve if you have the knowledge of percentage. Okay, percentage, profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest are nothing but the same concept. Okay, it is based on the simple same concept. Next, when it comes to time, speed, distance, time and work, it is based on whether it is directly proportional or indirectly proportional. So I told you speed is equal to distance by time. Okay, if you look at this equation, speed is directly proportional to distance and inversely proportional to time. So we can solve questions based on this directly using this relation. Instead of using the lengthy steps, we can avoid lot of lengthy steps and we will get the answer. Time, speed, distance, I have kept it as a single chapter. But when you see in the books, various books, you will see that there are numerous other chapters. Okay, like you can see boats and streams, you can see trains, you can see races. All these are subunits of time, speed and distance. Okay, those are all different chapters that are there. But here the concept is the same, that is, if you know the basics of time, speed, distance, boats and streams, what is this? Trains, races, everything will come under time, speed, distance. Next, coming to time and work, which we had started. Okay, time and work is also very easy chapter. When we solved the previous year question in the last week, correct na? One question had come, and one question definitely has come from even in set exam also, TS set and also even in K set. The question has come directly. Okay, we have solved high level questions, but the question that has come is very simple question. Using the LCM method, we can solve that question. Okay, so time and work, here also you will get another subunit called pipes and cisterns. Pipes and cisterns. Okay, so the question that was asked in CSIR NET last time was based on pipes and cisterns. But the concept is what? Time and work. LCM method, that's it. Okay, next what we have is data interpretation. Data interpretation, you will get at least 2 questions. Last time we saw, when we solved the question, there are 2 questions that have come from data interpretation, and definitely data interpretation is a separate unit when it comes to set exam. When it comes to TG set or TS set and also K set exam, data interpretation is a separate unit. First you have to understand what is data, what is the sources of data, what is qualitative data, what is quantitative data. Okay, all these things you have to understand, because based on that simple question will come. Then numerical based question will come, data interpretation, that will be solved. Okay, next when it comes to average, allegation and mixture. If you know averages, allegation and mixture will be easy. Based on average, there was one question. Okay, there were some students and even teacher's age was added. Okay, then what will be the age of teacher plus those students? That question was asked. Okay, and mensuration and geometry. Okay, mensuration and geometry you should not study separately. You should study together, because see, they are not asking standalone questions, separate questions they are not asking. See, in geometry and mensuration, there are two things, that is 2D and 3D figures. What are those 2D figures? We have circle, square, triangle, what else? Rectangle, like this, correct na? Here we have what? Something like sphere. If you cut the sphere, you will get hemisphere. Okay, then you have cube, cuboid, cube, cuboid, correct? And then we have something called, what is that? What is that we have? That is cylinder. Cylinder we have, and also cone. Okay, now what they are doing is, they will combine these two and give. You have seen in the previous year, that is July exam, what they have given is, they have given a sphere, that is, instead of sphere, they have told it as a balloon. Balloon is in the form of a sphere. Within that balloon, they have marked a circle. What they are doing is, you have to know the concept of sphere and also concept of circle. Okay, for this mensuration and geometry, no need to do so many things. Okay, so many things are not required. You have to focus on circle, square, rectangle. Next, coming to 3D, you have to focus on sphere, hemisphere, cylinder, and also cone. That's all. If they combine and give how to solve the questions, we will solve. That's it. Okay, they are giving combination of this. Suppose, see here, if there is a cylinder like this, okay, on top of this, they will combine a cone. Okay, they will combine a cone and they will give. Okay, you must have seen during the Diwali, what you will see, the crackers, the rockets, it will be combination of cylinder and also a cone. Okay, such type of questions they will ask. Okay, that time you should know this is a cylinder, that time you should know this is a cone. You should know the formula of area of cone, cylinder, sphere, all these things, volume also. Only 5 to 6 formulas you have to remember. Okay, 5 to 6 formulas you have to remember. Wherever possible, we are avoiding the formulas. You will learn the concept and do. Okay, next thing what we have is permutation and combination, highly important topic. Permutation and combination, highly important topic. Whatever I say, that much if you do, it is more than enough. There will be coming, questions will be coming from with repetition, without repetition, such type of questions. Okay, next thing is probability. Next thing is what we have, probability. Okay, probability is based on permutation and combination only. So that's why after you learn permutation and combination, then you should learn what? Probability. Then algebra means, see, time and work has come again. Okay, that should not be there. So algebra means what they ask is, they will give some equation or they will give some figure. They will ask you to find the value of x. Okay, such type of questions. We will solve only those questions that have come, finding the value of x. So this is about when it comes to quantitative aptitude. Why I explained in detail again? Because same thing will repeat again in set exam also. Set exam also is the same syllabus when it comes to quantitative aptitude. But the name there is mathematical reasoning, logical reasoning, different names. But it is the same topics. Okay, we will be doing the PYQs of this also, CSIR NET also and set also. Next, coming to logical reasoning, very important, because most of you will find difficulty in arithmetic. But when it comes to reasoning, definitely all of you should attend, all of you will feel comfortable if you attend the classes continuously without any missing of classes, if you are consistent. And this is one thing they will ask is coding, decoding. When you learn coding, decoding, you learn the place value of letters, that is A to Z. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 26. Place values, reverse place values, all these things you learn when you do coding, decoding. Based on that only there is something called alphanumeric series. Alphanumeric series you must have seen last time they had asked a question. Alphanumeric series, last 4 years they have repeatedly asked questions. Okay, next when it comes to analogy, there was a question. Okay, if man is to crowd, tree is to forest. Last time they had asked a question. So analogy they will ask letter analogy and also number analogy. Okay, so alphanumeric series, here only I will include something called missing numbers. Okay, missing numbers. So during the holidays I had posted some of the missing number questions. Correct now? Missing numbers they will ask. I will give you certain patterns they will ask. Only based on those patterns they will ask the question. Multiplication based, division based, okay, addition based, subtraction based, such type of questions only they will ask. Okay, next what we have is direction and distance. Okay, direction and distance is a very easy question. I told you if it is northeast, what will happen to east? It will be east only. If it is tilted, those who attended previous class you will understand. But anyways, we will repeat again. Okay, then blood relation, that is relation between the siblings, father, mother, all these things. Okay, how to solve such type of questions, what is the code that we give. Order, ranking and comparison. Okay, order, ranking and comparison, very important chapter and very easy chapter. Northeast, southwest trick. What we will use here is northeast, southwest trick. We will use here for direction and distance. Here we will use some other trick. Okay, next coming to puzzles and seating arrangement, we have done elaborately, which we will repeat again. Puzzles, walk based puzzle, day based puzzles, all such type of things. And coming to seating arrangement, there will be of two types, linear, that is if they sit in a straight line. Another one is circular. Okay, if they sit around a table. Okay, suppose they are facing towards each other or facing away from each other, what will happen? If I am facing towards you, my right will be here, left will be here. If I am facing away from you, my right will become here and left will become here, based on this concept. Okay, next thing what we have is analytical reasoning, very important. Analytical reasoning is highly scoring, but you should have sufficient practice. Okay, what they will do is they will give a statement. They will give a statement and they will ask based on the number of statements, or else say statements, 3-4 statements they will give. Based on that they will ask what is the conclusion, or they will ask what is the inference, or they will ask what is the course of action. Okay, based on this what is the course of action that is required. Okay, so such type of questions are highly easy. I am telling you, not just easy, highly easy, but you should have sufficient practice. Okay, in the one of the question we solved, okay, if it rains, flowers will bloom. If there is flowers blooming, there will be celebration. Okay, so what will happen if the rain does not bloom? They had given the option, flowers will not bloom. If it does not rain, what will happen? Flowers will not bloom. That was the thing we solved. Such type of questions comes under analytical reasoning. This is important, not just for CSIR NET. Analytical reasoning, they will ask more questions in set. In set they will ask more questions. Here they have asked 2 questions last time. Okay, then syllogism. Okay, syllogism, if all cats are dogs, if all dogs are monkeys, they will give conclusion. What are the conclusion? Okay, that we have to learn. Okay, those are the things we will do. Along with that, some miscellaneous topics which are left out, that is Venn diagram based questions. Okay, dice based questions, that will also be covered along with the PYQs. So this is when it comes to reasoning, when it comes to CSIR NET Part A and also set. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಲ್ವಾ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ? ಓಕೆ, మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది కదా? ಓಕೆ, ಫೈನ್. Then పురిందా? Okay, fine. So when it comes to TS set paper 1 syllabus, so what is the meaning of syllogism, sir? Syllogism means, see, what you think as true is not true when it comes to syllogism. Whatever the statement that they give, okay, that you should accept as true. Okay, suppose I say all cats are monkeys. Cats cannot become monkeys. Cats is a different family and monkeys are different family. Correct na? That family and all you know better than me. Correct na? Because cat is a different family, this is a different family, all genus is different, everything is different. But in syllogism they will say all cats are dogs. At that time you cannot say this is a stupid statement, this question is wrong, you should not say. Whatever they have given you should accept as true. Okay, whatever they have given you should accept as true. That is why it is called as syllogism. That is the meaning of syllogism. By looking at the face value of the statement you have to accept it as true, not go to the deeper meaning. Okay, that is the meaning of syllogism. Understood? Naga Sivasri, understood? Good morning, Praveen. Deepa, it is compulsory to attend 15 questions? No, it's not compulsory. If you know 15 questions, you attend. Otherwise, you attend 10 questions, 12 questions, whatever is comfortable for you. Okay. We will give test series also. Based on that, you will be able to understand what are the type of questions you have to attend. Done. So, we are talking about set. So, when you talk about set paper 1, same thing goes for K set, what TN set, same thing is a syllabus. So, teaching aptitude, okay, these are the syllabus that we have. Okay, I am not going to go deep into it because I am not the one who is teaching it. I am just showing you the syllabus. When it comes to teaching aptitude, I will be dealing, there are 10 topics for 50 questions, correct na? 50 questions. From each topic how many questions? 5 questions. So out of these 10 topics, I will be dealing 5 topics. I will be dealing 5 topics. Remaining 5 topics will be dealt with the person who has done bachelor in education, correct na, B.Ed. That person will be teaching when it comes to teaching aptitude. Research aptitude also will be done by the same person. Qualitative research, quantitative research, all these things will come. Okay, teaching aptitude, for example, if I ask, they will ask a question in teaching aptitude. What the type of question will be? Suppose you are teaching a language. Suppose you are teaching a language subject. Suppose you are teaching English or Telugu. Okay, the teacher should hold the textbook and roam around and teach. Is it right or wrong? It is a wrong statement, because when you are teaching the language subject, you should not roam around the class and teach. You should stand in front and teach, because that time the students will observe the pronunciation correctly. That time the student will observe the pronunciation correctly. Okay. So that is the difference when it comes to teaching the language. Suppose when I am teaching mathematics, okay, is it right to stand here and teach always? No. The teacher has to roam around the class, move around the class and look into each of the students, how they are solving. Okay. So when it comes to mathematics, that is different. So that is the meaning of teaching aptitude. It differs from subject to subject. Okay. All these things you will be learning in teaching aptitude. Okay. One of the example I gave, such type of questions are being asked. Research aptitude, okay, what is positivism, post-positive research, all these things. Okay. Positivism means you think everything in an objective way. Okay. You will observe that everything in an objective way. Okay. That is the meaning of positivism. Post-positivism means some critique. There is some development over positivism. That is the meaning of post-positivism. Okay. This thing I can teach because I have studied here. Okay. When I was studying sociology, there also research thing will come, research techniques will come, where you will be learning about methods of research. Okay. Qualitative research, quantitative research, positivism, non-positivism, anti-positivism, post-positivism, all these things will come. Okay. What are the steps of research, identifying the research topic, all these things. Okay. Next, thesis, article writing, these are all the various steps. Next, comprehension. Comprehension means they will give a passage, based on the passage they will give a question. Okay. Here this will be dealt by me. Here you have to understand, first of all you have to understand one thing, the type of passage you have to identify. Okay. Looking at the passage, the question that they will ask is, they will give a passage, they will ask inference, conclusion, assumption, such type of things. What is the writer inferring from the passage? What is the writer concluding from the passage? What is the writer assuming from the passage? In each of this, the answer becomes different. Okay. So first of all, you have to understand what are the various types of passage, and we will also learn certain techniques in such a way that without even reading the passage, you can answer the questions, or without reading complete passage. See, in the passage, the first two sentences are the first sentence, and the concluding two sentences are the most important thing of the passage, because first two sentences what? They will introduce the passage, they will introduce the topic. Last two sentences what? They will conclude the passage. So you will understand what they are talking about. So what they are finally summarizing about. So those two lines will give you the answer. Okay. So that is the meaning of geography of the passage. Okay. You have to understand that. So comprehension will be dealt by me, so you don't have to worry about this. So I will make sure that you attend all the questions with correct answers. Okay. You will get to know when we do the practice questions when it comes to comprehension. Next, coming to communication. So communication will be dealt by someone else, so I am not going to go deep into it. Next, mathematical reasoning and aptitude, types of reasoning, number series, letter series, codes and relations. These are all what? This is just indicative. Descriptively I have given in part A when I explained. Okay. So mathematical aptitude, fraction, time and distance, ratio, proportion, percentage, profit and loss, interest, discounting, averages, all these things. So this is from the website what we have taken, this syllabus. What I gave is what I gave descriptively. Okay. When we learn averages, when we learn profit and loss, we will learn the discount method also. Okay. We will also learn about the dishonest seller. Okay. We will also learn about the dishonest seller. What do you mean by dishonest seller? Suppose he is selling 10 kg rice, but in the weighing machine he has done some alterations so that he is selling only 900 grams of rice. Correct na? So that time he will be getting profit. That is the meaning of dishonest seller. Such type of questions also we will be solving when we solve profit and loss. And also discount, mark price, discount price, all these things we will learn without learning the formulas. No need to learn formulas. Okay. So this is about mathematical reasoning. All the topics already I have discussed. You have seen here. Correct na? See here. Same topics you have here. Okay. That's why it is so much overlapping. Next, coming to this one, logical reasoning. Understanding the structure of arguments, argument forms, categorical propositions, mood and figure, formal and informal fallacies, uses of language, connotation, denotation of terms, classical square of opposition, evaluating and distinguishing deductive and deductive reasoning, analogies. Okay. So much is given, but this is nothing but what I told in the beginning, this is nothing but analytical reasoning. All this comes under what? Analytical reasoning. I told you that time itself. You will get lot of questions from analytical reasoning when it comes to set. Net also 2 questions have come, but when it comes to set you will get more questions. Why? Because there is a separate syllabus for this. I told you they will give a statement and they will ask you to find conclusion, inference, assumption, Okay, they'll ask you to find counter argument based on the statement. What is the which of the following is the counter argument to the given statement? They'll ask what? Counter argument. Counter argument. So they will give 2 to 3 sentences. Like I told you now, what is that? If it rains, flowers will bloom. If flowers bloom, there will be celebration. They will ask counter arguments also. Okay, that is the meaning of analytical reasoning. That is completely given here. Next thing. Next, when it comes to, I told you, Venn diagram. Okay, Indian logic, means of knowledge. Okay, what do you mean by that? So these are all same thing that comes under analytical reasoning. But they have given Indian logic means what is the meaning of, what is the perception that you are getting from the statement? Perception means what I can say in Kannada, what is the swabhava eno, bhava eno, like that. Okay, actual meaning enti, that's all. What is the meaning of that sentence? Okay, that is the meaning of this one, perception. Okay, suppose you are watching any mythological movie. What is the thing that you are getting? It is divinity, spirituality, such type of things they will ask in the question. Okay, got it. So anumanam, that is inference, upamana, that is comparison, that is what are the things that we use? Verbal testimony. Shabda, the word itself says. Shabda means what? It is some sound, correct. So arthapati means implication, that is what will happen, what is it conveying to you, that is the meaning of implication. Okay, then non-apprehension, that is you are not able to apprehend what is given. Okay, that is the meaning of anupalabdhi. Okay, understood. You are not able to apprehend what is given. Apprehend means you are able to make sense out of it. Non-apprehending means you are not able to make sense out of it. Okay, got it, that's it. Okay, structure and kinds of anumana and vyapti. Okay, and also hitvedabhasya, that is fallacies of inference. Okay, inference you will get, but there will be that inference can have lot of loopholes. That is the meaning of it. Okay, this we will deal in depth, don't worry. Okay, so when it comes to logical reasoning, one thing is analytical reasoning, that is there, and another one is Indian logic, that also should be there. Okay, for this what you have to do is just do the PYQs. You will do the PYQs, you will be sorted. Okay, next thing is data interpretation. I told you in the beginning itself. Good morning, dance, song and drawing vibes. Okay, good morning Ramya. Okay, all right, fine. So when it comes to data interpretation, sources, acquisition and classification of data. First thing is when it comes to data, see there is a new saying that is called data is the new oil. That is whatever data is there of yours, that is very important, be it for anything. Okay, for example, in Karnataka Samiksha is going on, correct na? Jati Gandhiti, Dati Gandhiti, even census will go on, correct na, for all over India. Why they collect your data? So that they can do what? Acquire your data, and based on that they will classify whether you are belonging to APL, whether you are belonging to BPL, okay, whether you belong to creamy layer, all these things. That is the meaning of data from sources. Sources mean we the people are the sources. You acquire. Okay, teachers are being sent to collect the data and then classify the data. Okay, then quantitative data and qualitative data. Quantitative data means what? Quantitative data means the numbers that we have. Quantitative data means, so suppose you are earning 5,000 per week. That is what quantitative data. Okay, suppose you are suffering some non-communicable disease. Okay, how to quantify that? We cannot quantify that, correct na? That is qualitative data. Suppose they come and ask you, how happy are you? Can you tell in terms of quantity? I am 75% happy, 80% happy. Is that an objective thing? No. What you cannot objectify, that comes under qualitative data. Okay, suppose poor person, if I give biryani, you will be 90% happy. If I give normal curd rice, you will be 30% happy. So it is not objective. For her, if I give curd rice, she will be happy, like that. Okay, so this is, you represent the data. How do you represent? Bar chart, histograms, pie chart, table chart and line chart and mapping of data. So this is the meaning of mapping of data. Whatever data you get, with the sources you will map it. Okay, whatever data I get from you, I will map it to you. So that is the meaning of mapping of data, how you represent the data. And data interpretation, data and governance. See, once you represent, how do you interpret the data? Suppose we are the people who are doing the census. We collect the data, we represent it and we will give to the government. What the government will do? They have to run the schemes, correct na? So for that, looking at the data that we have given, they have to interpret. That means they have to understand the data. So the way to understand the data, that is nothing but interpretation. The word interpretation means you have to understand what the data is saying about the people. That is the meaning of data interpretation. Okay. Next, data and governance. Data and governance means based on this, what are the schemes that we have? How to govern the data? Okay, so data and governance is very important because now you know that right to privacy is also a fundamental right. So how to govern the data, what are the bills that are there, that is also important. That comes under data and governance. Okay, like you know in JL and DL I am covering polity. So definitely I will be dealing well when it comes to data governance. No need to worry. Next, coming to information and communication technology. Most probably someone else will take, otherwise I am well equipped to take this because I am a computer science engineer. Okay, so I can definitely take this because ICT general observations and terminology. General observations like URL, okay, USP, not DSP, USP, okay, then DNS, like this abbreviations they will ask, HTTP, okay, URL, that is not universal resource locator, okay, USP, universal service provider, DNS, domain name service, HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol, like that they will ask different various abbreviations. Then basics of internet of things, intranet, email, audio and video conferencing, all these things, the emerging apps and all you should be knowing. Okay, next thing is digital initiatives in higher education. What are the digital initiatives? We already have digital initiative in our institute, that is we are using the panel. Okay, what are the digital initiatives that are being run in the higher education? In some schools already they are giving tabs and all these things. Okay, and when it comes to ICT and governance, how to govern these communication technologies. Okay, you have to learn a lot about internet of things, how AI is being launched, all these things. Okay, all these things you have to learn when it comes to basics of internet. And also data and governance and ICT and governance, you should also learn certain things, some words about hacking, like what is spamming, what is phishing, okay, what is malware, all these things you have to learn. They will ask a question, general question, what do you mean by malware? They will ask a question, what is phishing? Okay, you must have heard about something called Pegasus, it was in news. What is it? All these things you must know. Okay, what is DDoS? Full form. Okay, dedicated distributed operator service, something like that. Okay, you should know that. Next is people development and environment. Okay, this is very important topic because see, after COVID we understood that human health and animal health is not different. Okay, lot of the diseases, 70% of the diseases we are getting from the animals, whether we eat meat or not, that is different thing, but you are getting the diseases. Why? Because they are called as what? Zoonotic diseases, correct na? So the concept of one health came into being, concept of one health. That means what? That is animal health and also human health, okay, and also environment, they are all interrelated. So that's why people, development and environment. So whatever people do the development, that should not affect the environment, that should benefit the environment. So that is the meaning of it. Here you should know the basics of environment, what is ecology, what is ecosystem, what is biome, what is biosphere, what is niche, okay, functional role played by an organism, that is its niche, correct na? So many things. So development and environment, millennium development goals, okay, 2000 to 2015 we had millennium development goals. After that we have sustainable development goals, 15 to 30. Okay, how many goals are there? Okay, how many targets are there? All these things they will ask. Goals is different, targets are different. Okay, next is human and environment interaction, anthropogenic activities and their impacts on the environment. So how the human beings are interacting with the environment. You will also learn about something called man-animal conflict. Okay, you can see in some places the wild animals entering into the villages and killing people, and also some places even the humans killing animals. Recently in one of the forests in Karnataka, okay, a tiger killed a cow. What did the person do? The person, what he did is he mixed some poison in the meat and he kept it where the tiger comes. The tiger ate and it died, and that person is arrested. Okay, it is near Mills that happened. Okay, so all these things are because of human environment interaction, that should be in a positive way, not a negative way. Next, when it comes to environmental issues, local, regional and global issues that we know, environment, climate change, so much it is happening. During winter season we are having summer season we are having rainy season, during rainy season we are having winter, correct na? Everything is reverse. So here we will be learning about lot of pollutions, pollutants, okay, how the waste should be managed, solid waste management, e-waste, plastic waste, and also climate change and its socio-economic and political dimensions. Here we will be learning about COP16, okay, United Nations Protocol on climate change, all these things. Okay, what are the environmental conventions like Nagoya Protocol, okay, Kyoto Protocol, Montreal Protocol, all these things we will be learning when it comes to this. And also what are the disasters that is happening, floods are there, droughts are there, earthquakes are there, okay, how to mitigate them, and which are the recent places that has happened when it comes to disasters. All these things you must be knowing, correct na? Landslides, all these things. Why not? Last time what happened? Flash floods and there was landslide and the entire 2 villages were swept out in Wayanad. So next coming to what are the topics that is left. So impacts of pollution, natural hazards, all these things I have told. Environmental Protection Act, Wildlife Protection Act, all these things. Next is Forest Rights Act, Sacred Groves, all these things you must be learning. Anyways, that you will learn in core paper also, ecology and environment. Correct now? Next is higher education. Okay, what are the different initiatives that has come in higher education? This you will be learning. It will be taught by separate person. Okay, so these are the 10 units that are there in paper 1. So 5 units will be comprehensively dealt by me. So that is up to how many questions? 25 questions. Okay, remaining 25 will be dealt by someone else. ICT if possible, I will take it. Okay, got it? So this is the extensive discussion on syllabus. Okay, next coming to most important. Okay, this is anyways you know. Next coming to, before this I have to tell you what is the strategy that we follow. What is the strategy that we have to follow? Okay. What is the strategy that we have to follow? When it comes to strategy, understand carefully. First thing is you have to attend the class. Okay, in the class, what is the pattern that we are going to follow? So you are having classes from when to when? Monday to Saturday, correct na? So Monday to Thursday we will be having concept classes. Suppose number system if I am doing, number system class will go on along with the PYQs. PYQs will be doing. Okay, so either Friday or Saturday you will be having the test. But one day, suppose Friday you are having the test, you think. Then Saturday what you will have? You will be having complete paper solving of not the test, of the PYQ. We solved 20-25 PYQ, like that we will be solving 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, like that. Okay, there are at least 16 papers, because that time there were 2 shifts and there were papers, correct na? So there are at least 15 to 16 papers. So we will be solving paper wise. Okay, we will be solving what? Paper wise. So each week we will be solving at least 1 paper. In, if possible, we will be solving at least 2 papers, if time permits. Okay, in worst case, at least 1 paper we will be solving definitely each week. This is what? CSIR NET and also TS set. Okay, we will be starting with CSIR NET. Okay, and we will be including separately TS set also. So when it comes to CSIR NET, we will be solving paper wise. Those who have not watched the previous session, I will share the YouTube link, please watch the previous class. Okay, where we have solved 20-25 paper. I have told you which are the easy questions, which are the moderate questions. I will be telling you which are the questions which you have to leave. I will not just solve the question, along with the question, like you know, I will tell the concept also. So here the concept will be dealt and here also paper solving will happen. So what you have to do daily? Watch the class, that is one thing. Okay, go through the notes that we provide in the class, that is another thing, that is what we do. Okay, some things you have to write it down, not just sit and watch. Next thing is every day, ideally 30 minutes to 45 minutes. You have to practice what is given. This practice, okay, I know you have less time for your core paper also. I know you need a lot of time for that, but in between 15 minutes, then again 15 minutes and again 15 minutes you can definitely dedicate, because this part is very scoring and it will help you get JRF or whatever you aim for. So that's why 30 to 45 minutes, don't waste time. Please give time every day, 30 to 45 minutes, that's all I am asking for preparation, self preparation of these topics which we do. Okay, you have to solve it. If you have doubt, you have to come back to me. Every day 30 minutes. Okay, if you are good, then also you should give 30 minutes. If you are little weak, 45 minutes or even 1 hour. Okay, that's all I am asking from you. Definitely you have to do it. So this is the strategy we will follow. Okay, so remaining weeks it will go on like this. Okay, please do revise the previous topics. I am telling you one thing, it's not just about solving the questions. Whatever the concepts will do, that revision of the concept should happen. Revise the concept, then solve the question. Again come back and revise the concept, then solve the question. Okay, so concept plus basics plus some common sense. So CBC, concepts, basics plus common sense. That is not Chandu Biology class, I am telling concepts plus basics plus some common sense will give you the result that is required. Okay, will give you the result that is required. So this is about when it comes to the strategy, when it comes to CSIR NET Part A and also set paper 1. Okay, all right, we will be starting with, good morning, okay, all right, we will be starting with the concept now, that is the number system. Enough of the syllabus discussion, everything. We will start immediately with the number system. So, number system, when it comes to number system, there are some subtopics which you have to know. Okay, there are some subtopics which you have to know. So, first thing is what? First thing we have something called divisibility rule. Divisibility rule. Okay. Next topic that we have is number of zeros. Number of zeros. Next topic that we have is, after number of zeros, what we have is, that is called factorial. Factorial. Okay. Next we have unit digit. Next we have something called unit digit. Next we have something called, what is that? After unit digit, what do you have? Number of digits. Number of digits. Next we have, what is that we have? Next we have, that is remainder theorem. And finally we have HCF and LCM. So, these are all the 7 topics that are there in number system. Okay, in number system itself, how many topics? 7 topics. So, combining, you will get 3 questions at least, I am telling at least, in CSIR NET. Out of these 7 topics, you will get 3 questions. I am not telling each will fetch you 1 question, no. Out of these 7 topics, you will get 1 question. 1 question? No, 3 questions, sorry. You will get 3 questions combined. Okay, 3 questions combined, that is a lot. So, if you are thorough with this topic, definitely you can go to the examination with at least 2 questions in your hand, correct na? But the thing is, if you know number system concept, you will solve. If you do not know the concept, there you cannot go and try, because you will not get the answer. Such will be the questions. Okay, suppose I ask you to find the unit digit when, what is the unit digit of this question? They will give a question like this, what is the unit digit, they will ask. If you do not know the concept, you will not solve, you will leave it. But if you know the concept, you will solve it within 20 seconds. Okay, that is why if you know the concept of number system, you will be able to solve, otherwise you will not be able to solve. But definitely you students will be able to solve, because we will know the concept, we will do it in the class. So, first topic that I will do is not divisibility rule, I will start with number of zeros, then we will do factorial and try to start with unit digit also. Fine, let us start now. So, please focus all of you. First what we are doing is number of zeros. Number of zeros. That means number of zeros here means, suppose I write some number 10, 20, 20. How many zeros are there? Here the number of zeros means in the end how many zeros are there, not in the between. Please get it. In the end how many zeros are there? Only 1 0. If I am talking about number of zeros, here it is understand that it is at the end. At the end of the digits, how many zeros are there? Suppose I write 200. How many zeros are there? 2 zeros. Suppose I write 2020, how many zeros are there? 1 0. So, understand that in the end how many zeros are there, that is the concept. In between the numbers if it comes, that should not be counted. In the end how many zeros are there? Okay. So, this is first thing. Next thing is, so first of all understand that from number 0 to 9, okay, there is no 0, 0 is there, okay. After 9 what is the number that we get? 10, correct na? So, 10 is one number, another number where next number what we will get? 0? 20. Next is what? 30. Okay, let us keep it. To get 10, what I should do? I should write what? 10 can be written as 5 into 2, correct na? Correct na? 5 into 2. Next, 20 can be written as what? 5 into 4. Okay, instead of 4, let me write it in terms of prime, I can write it as 5 into 2 into 2. Okay? Next, 30 can be written as 5 into 6, 6 can be written as 5 into 2 into 3. Suppose I write 100, I can write it as what? 25 into 4, correct na? 25 into 4. This 25 can be written as what? 5 into 5, 4 can be written as 2 into 2, correct na? Okay. Now see here, observe very carefully, very important, observe carefully. To get 1 0, how many zeros are there here? 1 0. Here 1 0. Here 2 0. Observe here. To get this 1 0, how many 5 and 2 are there? 1 5 and 1 2. There is a pair of 5 and 2, single pair of 5 and 2. Correct? Observe. Understood? Agree with me? To get single 0, there is a single pair of 5 and 2. To get single 0 here, there is a single pair of 5 and 2. These 2 you remove. You have to focus on only of pair and 5 and 2. There should be 5, along with that there should be 2. Okay, if extra is there, forget. Okay, if these 2, along with these 2, if another 5 is there, then we can take it. We can take what? 2 pairs we can say, then there we can say 2 zeros. But there is only single pair of 5 and 2. Pair means what? One along with another. Okay, that is the meaning of it. Okay, you cannot wear a single socks, you need a pair of socks. Same here, 5 into 2. Here, how many zeros are there? 1 0. How many pair is there? 5 into 2. Correct na? Similarly, if I take here, if I write it like this, 5 into 2 into 5 into 2, here how many zeros are there? 2 zeros. How many pair is there? 2 pairs. 2 pairs. So, if the number of pairs of 5 and 2, okay, are more, there will be more zeros. Less means less zeros. So, if they ask number of zeros, you have to focus on only what thing? 5 and 2. You have to focus on only what? 5 and 2. Okay. Now, based on this, suppose I give a question. Suppose I give a question like this, see here. Suppose I give a question like this. 23 into 45 into 20 into 10. If I ask, at the end of these digits, how many zeros are there if I ask? Okay. Understand here carefully. Don't be in a hurry. 23 cannot be written as 5 into 2. 23 is 23 itself. It cannot be further broken down. 45 can be written as what? 5 into 9. I want what? I want only 5 and 2s. I don't want 9. Leave it. This 23 I don't want. Leave it. 20 can be written as what? 5 into 4. That can be written as 5 into 2 into 2. Okay. Then 10 can be written as what? 5 into 2. So now look at the pair of 5 and 2s. So here there is one pair 5 into 2. Here there is one pair 5 into 2. Here there is another pair 5 and 2. How many pairs are there? 3 pairs. So how many zeros? 3 zeros. So the answer is what? 3 zeros. If you want to multiply in calculator, you will get 3 zeros. Understood? So like this you have to do. Instead of multiplication and wasting time, how much pairs you got? That much. Okay, that much. Clear? Understood? Now one more question I will give. This is a question that is asked in the examination. Okay, this is a question that is asked in the examination. Okay, suppose, see here, this is a question that is asked, how many zeros are there? The question is like this, 10 into 25, okay, 10 into 25 into 35 into 40 into 50 into 60. For this question, they are asking, how many zeros are there at the end of this one? Okay, so how to solve this? So 10 is there, correct na? So this can be written as what? 5 into 2. 25 can be written as what? 5 into 2 into 2, correct na? 35 can be written as 5 into 7, I will just write 5, 7 I will remove. Okay, 7 is not required for me. I want only 5, correct na? 35 can be written as what? 5 into 7. I told what? I need only 5 into, so I don't want 7. Remove 7, I will write only 5. Got it? Then 40 can be written as what? 5 8s are 40. So 5 into 8. Why I am not removing 8? Because 8 can be written as what? 2 into 2 into 2. Correct now? 2 into 2 into 2. Now 50 can be written as what? 25 into 2. 25 can be written as what? 5 into 5 into 2. Correct now? 60 can be written as what? 12 5 is 60. 12 5 is 60. 12 can be written as what? 4 into C. 60 can be written as 12 into 5. This 12 can be written as 4 into 3. This 4 can be written as 2 into 2 and this 5 will be here. So this will be 2 into 2 into 5. Now what to do is, instead of doing pairing here, what you can do is write down 5s, write down 2s. Here count the number of 5s that are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 5s. I will write 7 here. Now count the number of 2s that are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are how many 2s? 9 2s. I will write 9 2s. So out of this 7 5s are there, 9 2s are there. But I need a pair of 5 and 2. So that means there are 2 2s which are extra. So I will take only the least value. I will take only the least value. Why? See here, out of this 9 2s, I need only 7 2s. Because these 7 2s I can write 5 into 2. This remaining 2 extra, that is not required for me, because they will not help in making the pairing. Correct na? 5 into 2 I want. There are 7 5s, then definitely I need 7 2s. Okay, 7 5s into 7 2s will give me zeros. but this extra 2's will not help me in doing anything, so leave it. So otherwise keep it simple. Here write down the number of 5's, write down the number of 2's. Out of this, which is least? 7 and 9, which is least? 7. The number of zeros is 7. That is the answer. Okay. Suppose there is some question. Number of 5's you will write like this. Number of 2's you will write like this. Suppose here it is 11. Here it is 9. Which is the least? 9. The number of zeros will be 9. Suppose there is one more question. 5's, 2's. So the number of 5's is 21. The number of 2's is 23. So which is the least? 21. So the number of zeros is how much? 21. That's it. Got it? That's it. Clear? Online students got it? Those who are watching? Good morning. Good morning, Sarika. Clear till here? Clear till here? Okay. So this is the way. This is a question that was asked in CSIR NET. So you can solve very easily. Clear na? Got it? Now next one. Before we go to that question, let us see. Now number of zeros is done. Now number of zeros they will ask in terms of factorial. The question that they will ask is number of zeros in or at the end of 60 factorial they will ask. Number of zeros at the end of 60 factorial. Till now they were given multiplication type. They were given some numbers along with multiplication sign. They were given factorial now. How to solve this? For this we have a trick, but before that you should know what is a factorial. Factorial means it is the product of natural numbers in consecutive natural numbers, not just natural numbers, consecutive natural numbers in descending order. But you don't have to by heart the definition, that is not required. I will show you what is a factorial. Suppose I write 1 factorial, the answer is 1. If I write 0 factorial, that is also 1. That you don't require why it is 1, but I will tell you in some other class why it is 1. Okay. 2 factorial means 2 followed by the previous number. 2 into 1 is 2. 3 factorial means 3 followed by the previous number. 3 into 2 into 1. So the answer is what? 6. Okay, the answer is what? 6. Suppose I write 4 factorial, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So the answer is what? 24. Suppose I write 5 factorial, that is 5 followed by remaining number, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the answer is what? 120. Suppose I write 6 factorial, 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So the answer is what? 720. So after 5 factorial, any factorial you take will have a 0, because 5 factorial is 0. So the remaining numbers you will multiply with 5 factorial. Suppose I write, observe here, suppose I write 8 factorial. What will happen? 8 into 7 into 6 into what is that? Remaining is what? 5 into 4 into 3 into 1. That is 5 factorial, correct na? Remaining is what? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is what? 5 factorial. So this is what? 120. So 120 if you multiply with all this, ending will come with 0 only, correct na? It will end with 0 only. Suppose I write 9 factorial. That is 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 factorial. 5 factorial is what? It is 120. It will end with 120. So if you multiply with this, ending will come with 0. So when it comes to factorial, focus one thing. You have to focus on number of 5's. So if they ask in terms of factorial, your focus should be on only 5's, not 2's. If they ask normal numbers, focus should be on pair of 5 and 2's. It is what? Not just 5, not just 2, it should be pair of 5 and 2's. Not just 5, not just 2, it should be pair of 5 and 2's. If it is factorial, what will happen? Focus only on 5. Okay, focus only on the number of 5's. Okay, suppose, see here. Okay, if you want you can write it down. So you will observe now, see here. Suppose I write 10. Suppose I write 10 factorial. Suppose I write 10 factorial. How many 5's are there in 10 to write 10? 1 5, correct na? There will be 1 0 at the end of 10 factorial. Suppose I write 20 factorial. So how many 5's are there for 20? See here, how many 5's are there? See, this will be, how many 5's are there here? This should be 2. This should be 2, okay, this should be 2. Okay, this should be 2. 20, see, 5, 10, there also 5 is there, 15, there also 5 is there, 20, there also 5 is there. So how many? 4 zeros. Okay, if I write 25, be careful here. Be careful here. If I write 25 factorial, how many 5's are there? 5, 10. 10 means 5 into 10, there also 5 is there. 15 means 5 into 3, there also 5 is there. 20 means 5 into 4 is there. So 4, 25 means 5 is there, but along there 25 it is 5 into 5. So it is not just 5, it is 6. because 25 should be written as what? 5 into 5. So here the number of zeros is how much? 6. Number of zeros depends on the number of 5s here, that's it. Okay, suppose I add 50. Instead of counting, what you should do is, observe here carefully, 50 factorial they have asked, correct now? Write down like this. So divide by 5. What you should do? Divide by 5. Write 5 here. Okay, 5 tens are 50. Okay, leave it. Whatever remainder is there also, don't worry, leave it. Next what you have? 10 is there. 5 twos are 10. Further you can divide by 5? No, because 2 is less than 5. So leave it. Now what you should do? What you should do? Forget about the first number. These two numbers you consider. 10 plus 2 is how much? So there are 12 zeros. At the end of 50 factorials, there are 12 zeros. At the end of 50 factorial, how many zeros are there? 12 zeros. What is our question? Our question is 60 factorial. For 60 factorial, let us solve now. For 60 factorial, online students, I hope you are getting. For 60 factorial, okay, if they are asking 60 factorial, what is the question that they are asking? 60 factorial, correct now? Now focus here. For 60 factorial, don't write down, please observe. 5 12s are. This step is very important. 5 12s are 60. Next, 5, how much? 5 2s are 10, correct now? Remainder 2 is there, forget about this. Don't worry about the remainder, okay? 5 2s are 10, okay? Now, see here, further can I divide this by 5? No, because 2 is less than 5, leave it, okay? 5 12s are 60, 5 2s are 10, 2 is the remainder, forget about the remainder. Now, I told you, leave the first number is what? Our number, the question, what is given, forget about that. Remaining what is there? 12 plus 2, that is how much? 14. So the number of zeros is how much? 14. The number of zeros is how much? 14. Suppose I say, ask you to find out number of zeros at the end of 150 factorial. What we should do? Simple, same thing. See here, 5, 3s are 15, 0 is there, write 0. Okay, 5, 6 are 30, correct now? 5, 6 are 30. Now can we divide 6 by 5? We can, because 6 is bigger than 5. I'll send to high school or middle school. So 6 is greater than 5, we can divide. So this will become what? 5 ones are 5. 1 is the remainder, forget about this. Now what I told, what is our question? This one, forget this. Okay, now what are the remaining numbers that we have? 30 plus 6 plus 1. So how many zeros are there? 37 zeros. How many zeros are there? 37 zeros, simple. If they ask for, there is a question that was asked on 400 factorial. If they ask for, this is also a question that was asked. 60 factorial is also a question that was asked in the exam. 40 factorial, 400 factorial is also that is asked. This is a question which I gave, which on 150 and 50. So 400 factorial if they ask, what we should do? Write down 400 factorial, divide by 5. 5 8s are 40, write down 0. Okay. Next, 5 1s are 5, 3 is left, 5 6 16s, 5 6 are. I can directly write 16 5s are 80. Okay. Next is 16, 5 3s are 15. Okay. 3 can I divide by 5? No, because 3 is less than 5. Kada? So we cannot do it. So we have to leave it as it is. So what I told you, our question, forget about the question. So leave it. Remaining what is there? Add it. 80 plus 16 is 96. 96 plus 3 is 99. So the number of zeros is 99. The number of zeros at the end of 400 factorial is how much? 99. Clear? Got it? That's it. Fine. So this is how the questions will come. So number of zeros, if they ask general question based on multiplication, you have to focus on what? Pair of 5 and 2s, not just 5, not just 2, pair of 5 and 2s. If they ask based on factorial, focus only on the number of 5s. How to do that? Use the division method. In this division method, forget about the remainder and forget about the question what they were given. Remaining thing, you add it. Remaining thing, what you have to do? You have to add it, just add it. Got it? Yeah, Nagas Sivasri, that's good. 99, 37, 14, that's good, that's correct. Alright, you people are answering, that's nice. Alright, so let us move to the next topic now. Let us move to the next topic, that is, what is that we called? Let us see this question. See this question. This question is based on, so these options are little typing mistake is there. 3 power 10, 3 power 13, 3 power 14, 3 power 15. Okay. So they are telling which of the following powers of 3 is the largest factor of 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 30. Okay. 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 30. Okay. Which is the largest factor of, which of the following powers of 3 is the largest factor of 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 30. So up to 30, okay, if you talk about the multiples of 3, what are the numbers that we have? So first we have is 3, correct now? Next what we have? 6. next what you have? 9, next 12, then 15, then 18, then what you have? 21, then 24, then 27, 30 is also there, we should write 30 also, fine, okay. Now see here, 3 can be written as 3 to the power of 1, 6 can be written as 3 into 2, I will write just as 3 to the power of 1, this also. This is what? 9 means 3 square, so this will be 3 square. 12 means 3 into 4, correct na? I should just write 3, correct na? I should just write 3. So 15 means what? 3 into 5, I should just write 1 3. 18 means what? 3 into 6. So 6 can be written as 3 into 2. So 3 into 3. So this will become what? 3 square. Because this can be written as what? 9 into 2 also, 18, correct na? So 21 can be written as what? 3 into 7, I should write just 1 3. 24 can be written as what? 3 into 8, just write 1 3. I want only 3 because they are asking us to find 3, that's all. Even if they ask 4, that time depending on the numbers you have to do it. 4 means what I should write? I should write the multiples of 4. 3 means I should write multiples of 3. Okay, like how you used to focus on only 5s, here I am focusing only on 3s. Now 27 means 3 into 9, that is 3 cube, correct na? Then 30 means 3 into 10, 10 does not have any multiple of 3, I should just write 3. Now see here, this is 3 power 1, 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, okay, 7 plus 2, 9, okay, 9 plus 1, 10, okay, this is 12, okay, this is 15, this is 16. So the answer is 3 power 16, okay. Somewhere there is a mistake, let us check once. Yeah, this should be 3 power 16. It's a typing mistake, that's all. Other than that, see, this is how you have to solve the question. This is what? 3 power 1. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 1, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 1, 9, 9 plus 1, 10. Okay, 10 plus 3, 13, 13 plus 1, 14. Okay, we have done the addition mistake. So the correct answer is 3 power 14. Okay, this is right itself. The answer is what? 3 power 14. Understood the concept? Again you count 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 1, 5, 6, 8. Okay, this I took it as 10. Okay, this is 9, 9 plus 1, 10, 10 plus 3, 13, 13 plus 1, 14. So the answer is what? 3 power 14. This one I took it as 2 that time. That's why we got 1 extra. Okay, so the answer is what? 3 power 14. Clear? Got it? This is based on common sense. Okay, now let us see what is the unit digit mean. Okay, what do you mean? How do you solve the questions on unit digit? See here the questions that are there. Okay, see here, which of the following integers can be written as the sum of the squares of integers, allowing repetitions. Allowing repetitions. So which of the following integers can be written as the sum of the squares of 4 integers? That is sum of the squares of 4 integers. If you add 4 numbers along with the square, you should get this number 10. You should get this number 11, you should get this number 12, you should get this number 13. Is it possible or not? We have to see. Is whether it is possible for 10 only or 11, 12, 13, we have to see. So suppose if I write 10, 10 can be written as what? They are telling integers. Integers means you have to understand there can be negative number also, positive number also, and there can be 0 also. Correct na? So 10 can be written as what? 1 square plus 1 square. Then what I have? Otherwise I can write 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square plus 1 square. 2 square is what? 4. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 1, 9. 9 plus 1, 10. So I can write it. Correct na? So 10 is possible. Yes. Now let us look at 11. 11. See here. I can write it as what? This is what is that I have? I can write it as see here 0 square. Okay. Plus 1 square plus 1 square plus 3 square. 3 square is what? 9. 9 plus 1, 10, 10 plus 1, 11, 11 plus 0 is 11 itself. 0 I am taking because they are talking about integers. So 11 is also possible. Okay, so 11 is also possible. So now let us look at 12. If I look at 12, what I can do it? I can write it as 3 square plus 1 square plus 1 square plus 1 square. So this is what? 9 plus 10, 11, 12. So 12 is also possible, 11 is also possible. Now let us look at 13. Let us look at 13. So what I can do for 13? So see here, 13 can be written as 3 square plus what is it? 2 square plus 0 square plus 0 square. Why I am writing 2 zeros? Repetition is allowed. So 3 square is 9. 2 square is 4. 9 plus 4, 13. 13 plus 0 is 13. 13 plus 0 is 13. So, the answer is what? It is possible for all. So, the correct answer is all. Understood? Clear? I am just giving sample questions. These concepts I will discuss, do not worry. Okay, I wanted to discuss some questions, I am showing you. But such type of questions we will do more of such questions once we do number system completely. Clear now? Got it? Let me see the time. Yes, Bhavani Getari, it will be every day, Monday to Saturday, it will be live classes will be there. So, please do attend, okay, it will be there. Now, so now let us look at next question. Each of the following numbers is a prime number. Let us go to next question. So, before this they will ask, I told you one question, correct now? I told you one question, that there is one question called 2017 to the power of 2017. Okay. To find such questions, what is a unit digit? The concept is what? Unit digit concept. Okay, unit digit concept. I will be doing it in next class, but I am giving you some example how to solve this. Suppose unit digit is there, the numbers 0 to 9 will categorize it into 3 ways. One is what? 0, 1, 5, 6. Another one is perfect squares. This is, I call it as same. Okay. Then what we have is perfect square. Perfect square means 4 and 9 are perfect squares. From 0 to 9, 4 and 9 are perfect squares. Remaining numbers are what? 2, 3, 7, 8. This I call it as cyclicity of 4. This I call it as cyclicity of 4. Now, what will happen here is, you have to focus. I think this question is there. Let me see this question. Yes. So, look at this. 2017 to the power of 2017. This should be 2017 to the power of 2017. They have asked in 2018. Okay. They asked the question in 2018. Okay. So, let us see the concept now. This one, everything I will repeat again in the next class, but I am doing this so that we have to solve this question. Okay. Cyclicity of 4. Now, understand one thing. I will tell only for 2. You will be able to do for 3, 7, 8 by yourself only. So, what I will do is 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 3, 2 to the power of 4. 2 to the power of 1 is what? 2. 2 to the power of 2 is what? 4. 2 to the power of 3 is what? 8. 2 to the power of 4 is 16. 2 to the power of 5 is 32. 2 to the power of 6 is 64. 2 to the power of 7 is 128. 2 to the power of 8 is 256. This is a concept of unit digit. Now, focus on the unit digits. 2 to the power of 1, 2486. Correct now? Here again it is what? 2486. It is repeating after every 4. So, see here 2 to the power of 1 is 2, 2 to the power of 5 is 2, 2 to the power of 2 is 4, 2 to the power of 6 is 4, 2 to the power of 3 is 8, 2 to the power of 7 is 8, 2 to the power of 8 is 6, 2 to the power of 4 is 6. That means what? It is repeating like this. Here 2486. Again it is repeating 2486. See, focus on these digits. See, 2486. It is repeating after every 4 digits. That's why we call it as what? Cyclicity of 4. That means what? If the unit digit is this and there is some power, for that power you have to divide by 4. You have to divide by what? You have to divide by 4. Okay. After dividing, what is the remainder you get? Here you have to focus on what? What is the remainder you get? That will be the answer. Okay. Now, look at this 2017 to the power of 2017. So, here 7 is there. So, it follows the cyclicity of 4, 2, 3, 7, 8. Now, this is what is that is there? 17 is there, correct now? I told we have to divide by 4. Divisibility rule by 4. When I do divisibility, you will understand. Divisibility rule by 4 says that to know that whether the number is divisible by 4 or not, only check the last 2 numbers. The last 2 numbers here is what? 17. If I divide by 4, 4 4s are 16. What is left remainder? Remainder is 1. So, here what is the unit digit? What is the unit digit here? What is the unit digit here? 7. So, I should write what? 7 to the power of 1. 7 to the power of 1 is what? 7. So, what is the unit digit of this? 7 is the answer. Understood? The answer to this question is 7. That is option C. The answer is what? 7. 7 is the answer. Suppose I write, see, you may be getting confused. Suppose I write like this, 2 to the power of 122. Okay. This 122, this 122 I have to divide by 4. If I divide by 4, 4 5s are 20. Okay. What is the remainder? 2 is the remainder. 2 is the remainder. So, 2 to the power of 2 is what? 4. So unit digit is what? 4. Suppose I am having the question 22 to the power of 123. 123. This 23 last two digits I have to divide by 4. What is the remainder I am getting? 3. Correct na? 4 5 is 20, remainder is 3. So remainder is 3 means what? 2 to the power of 3. Because unit digit is 2, 2 to the power of the remainder. See, unit digit to the power of remainder. That is a trick. Unit digit is what? 2. 2 to the power of remainder is what? 3. 2 3 is a 8. So what is the unit digit here? 8. Now same thing if I apply, see 22 to the power of 124. Please be careful here. 22 to the power of 124. If I divide by 4, definitely it will divide by 4, correct na? 4 6 are 24. So what is the remainder here? 0. So anything to the power of 0 is 1. So what you will think? You will write 2 to the power of 0, the answer is 1. That is completely wrong. You should not take like that. Whenever you get remainder 0, whenever you get remainder is 0, when remainder is equal to 0, what you should do is, you should take to the power 4. Okay, here what you should do? 2 to the power of 4. What you should do? Whenever you get 0, 2 to the power of 4, the answer is what? 6. The answer is what? 6. So even for 3, even for 7, even for 8, when you divide by 4, if you get the remainder as 0, you should take 3 to the power of 4, 7 to the power of 4, 8 to the power of 4. If the powers, if you divide by 4, listen again carefully, if the powers, when you divide by 4, if you get the remainder 0, don't take to the power of 0, take to the power of 4, like you did 2 to the power of 4, 3 to the power of 4, 7 to the power of 4, 8 to the power of 4. Now I will give one question, 123 to the power of 123. Try this question, I will give you 1 minute, please try this question. What is the unit digit? 3, correct na? 123 to the power of 123, what is the unit digit of this number? So see here, observe here carefully, please observe carefully. 23 is there, I have to divide by 4. What is the remainder? 3. So 3 to the power of 3. So what is that I will get? 3 to the power of 3? 27. Correct now? What is the unit digit? 7. So 7 is the answer. So 7 is the answer. Okay. So 7 is the answer. Clear? Understood? So this is how you solve the question. Okay. Good morning, Sunita. Okay, all right. So now let us solve one more question. Suppose they give (2023) to the power of 2024. Those who are watching on YouTube, please do answer. Okay, 2023 to the power of 2024. Now unit digit here is what? 3. The power is what? 2024. I have to divide by 4. When I divide by 4, what I will get the remainder? So 0. That time what I should do? To the power of 4, I should not take 0. So 3 to the power of 4. 3 to the power of 4 is 81. Okay, if you don't know, 3 into 3 into 3, you do it. Okay, 9 9 is 81. So what is the unit digit here? 1. So the answer is 1. That's all. Clear? I am doing only cyclicity of 4. Perfect square and same I have not done. I will repeat this again. But for the reason of completion, to have some questions to be done, I am doing it. Okay, I will repeat this again in the next class, where I will do cyclicity of 4 again. I will be doing perfect square thing again, and I will be doing what is that? Same. Okay. So here, observe here. Till now we have done. See, this one I have explained. This one I already explained now. Okay, but I will repeat it again in the tomorrow's class. But I will start with this, and I will start with this, and then I will do this. Okay, then you will have completion. Okay, then you will have completion and you will get clarity. Okay, so when it comes to number system, see here, when it comes to number system, what all we have done? When it comes to number system, number of zeros is completed, correct na? Number of zeros is completed, factorial is completed, unit digit 90% actually it is completed, some topics are left. Then divisibility rule we will do it in the end, because that is very easy. Then number of digits, remainder theorem, HCF and LCM. Okay, in another 1 or 2 class, everything number system will be done. Okay, so high weightage topic will be done like this. High weightage topic will be focused in such a way that will be completed in the beginning, so that you can have a lot of practice. That will give you a lot of confidence, because when you do the PYQ, what I told, paper wise PYQ when you do the paper wise PYQ, you will get confidence, because you will also try to answer, you will not just watch, because you have covered the high weightage topics. Okay. So that is the main goal behind this. And also apart from arithmetic, we will also be doing reasoning. That is the most easiest topics which you get, reasoning. Okay. You should not leave reasoning questions. The questions which you can leave is from arithmetic. Reasoning questions please do not leave, because they are the questions that are there to be solved. Okay. Reasoning, if you know the concept, you will be able to do concepts plus basics plus clarity or whatever. Okay. That is CBC. Okay. Clear? I will wind up now, not Chandu Biology classes. That is synonymous with Chandu Biology classes. Understood? That is what? Concept plus basics plus clarity, or what did I tell? Concepts plus basic plus what did I tell? Common sense and clarity. That is CBC. That will instill in you, that will help you solve lot of questions. Alright, I will wind up now. Let us meet in the tomorrow session. And what did I tell you? Every day 30 to 45 minutes of practice. Okay, same thing you practice on your own again. Now it will be easy, because I am solving with you. You have to sit on your own and solve it. That is what I request even for online students. Alright, I will wind up now. Please work hard. It is time to grind, because there is less time. I mean, ample amount of time is there if you put in the hard work. So please be consistent. I will wind up now. Thank you. Let us meet in tomorrow session. I will inform the time. Thank you. Online students, thank you. Yeah, Bhavani 3, the answer is 1. Okay, thank you. So YouTube, those who are watching on YouTube, thank you. Let us meet in the tomorrow session. Take care. Yes, it will be in the YouTube. Your classes will be in the YouTube, these classes. Okay, Lakshman, thank you. Fine.